Welcome back to our continuing coverage of Big Ten basketball media days. Joe McKeown has truly been a model of consistency during his decade and a half in Evanston. The Wildcats finishing 500 or better in league play in each of the last 4 seasons. The good news for the top 6 players in terms of minutes played last season are back this year for the Wildcats. The bad news, one of the players gone, Veronica Burton, the 7th overall pick in this year's WNBA draft. To the stage once again, and Big Ten Commissioner Kevin Warren.
Our next basketball coach to the podium is from Northwestern University, a coach who's had a successful run in college basketball, but especially in the Big Ten Conference. He and his family are very involved with Autism Speaks, a national organization that creates awareness and raises money to fight autism. So Joe McKeown, the head basketball coach at Northwestern University, welcome to the podium.
Gotta wait till our fight song finishes. I like that. But thank you, Commissioner Warren, and really excited. Thanks for the Big Ten for doing this again. I thought last year we combined, and it was just a great opportunity for women's basketball too in the Big Ten, and then excited to be in Minneapolis. Great city. I'm a homeowner here, so I'm up here all the time, and so I'm one of the biggest fans of Minneapolis and the state of Minnesota, except when I got to play the Gophers. Great to be in this arena. I was one of my former coaches, Cheryl Reeve, is the head coach of the Minnesota Lynx, and just proud of what she did for women's basketball and for Minnesota basketball in the WNBA. So, it's just great to be here and just excited to come back for our tournament. This will be a great venue. Hopefully we'll have a great fan base for the Big Ten tournament in March. Love our team right now. We feel like, we lost one of the great players, generational player in Big Ten history, in Veronica Burton, first-round pick of the Dallas Wings, and just got done playing this weekend with USA Basketball. So I gave her the ball 4 years ago, and she gave it back. I'd like to announce that she's coming back for a 5th year, but unfortunately, that's not going to happen. So, it creates opportunity for younger players too. And then we brought back 2 5th-year seniors, Courtney Shaw and Sydney Wood. I'm looking at the trophies. They were part of our Big Ten championship team in 2020, and they just understand. They're helping our young players every day, and just lucky to have them and have that experience. In a league where everybody's good. And again, just really, the other part that for me is, as Kevin mentioned, a couple things. We're very involved in the special needs world and appreciate people's support. And I think it was one of the reasons that brought me to Northwestern 15 years ago. And, trying to keep that torch burning with all the challenges that we face as, special needs families and as a country too. So again, appreciate Commissioner Warren mentioning that, and Northwestern's been really supportive of me and my family as we try to do what we can in the Chicagoland community too. And but again, it's my 40th plus year in women's basketball, and just getting started, so really excited about my team and what we're doing at Northwestern. So happy to take any questions.
Questions for Coach. We got on the 3rd row on your left, Coach.
So, Joe, from the time that you came, Mel Greenberg, from the time that you came into this league as a rookie coach, other than you're probably the last guy standing, how has the league changed style and everything since you've been here?
Yeah, Mel, when, matter of fact, you and I talked, I was at GW, and I said, I might go to Chicago and take the Northwestern job. And you said, are you crazy? And I went from a Final Four potential team to a team that finished last 5-6 years in a row. But we've seen the league grow. At that point there was 11 teams. When we added Nebraska, and then to add Rutgers and Maryland, I just thought it was great for the league. And for women's basketball, you're talking about 3 schools that are committed at the highest level to our sport. There's a rumor we're going to L.A. too. I don't know about that, but I don't tan well. But I think the league right now is as good as it's been, and I think there's great players, and you're seeing. I think everybody's recruiting hard. I think being a national league, covering the real estate that we do, if you look at all the great players in the footprint of the Big Ten, and we got all these great young coaches in the league. They challenge you every day. So I think it to me it's the best league in the country right now. And question.
Third row, right there, Coach.
Hey, Kent Youngblood from the Minneapolis Star-Tribune.
Okay.
You were familiar with this area. I would assume you were at the Final Four last year. Can you just talk about what your impressions are of this area as a market for women's basketball?
Yeah, thank you, John. I was fortunate enough. I came in here, 7 or 8 years ago. We recruited the best player, Nia Coffey, who was the Player of the Year, McDonald's All-American, Hopkins High School, and won championships. Led us to the NCAA tournament, and recruiting Nia here, I was like, man, this high school basketball is so good. And then we recruited Abby Scheid from Elk River, who had another incredible career, part of our championship team. So what I learned was the opportunities young girls and how big basketball is growing up here, and the coaching they get, the opportunities they get to play, it makes it a special place. And then, when I got in the league, we played Minnesota here at Williams. The crowds were great. And then I come over with Cheryl sometimes in the WNBA playoffs, and it was packed. And it just had a great basketball vibe. Excuse me. And then the Final Four this year was, I don't think you could have had a better venue. So hopefully that'll be that way, and you can see the Wildcats in the championship game.
Susie, right? Yep.
Andy Kimball, Decatur Herald and Review, right here, sorry.
Oh, sorry.
I know Shauna Green used to be an assistant on your staff. What did you kind of see from her during that year on your staff, and what do you think she can bring to Illinois?
Yeah, that's a great question. Shauna Green, I think I'm glad she left Dayton, actually, because she was probably I've been fortunate. I'm the winningest coach in the history of the Atlantic 10. Just a trivia question, Mel, right? Shauna Green was going to break all my records in a couple of years, so I'm glad she left for that reason. But now we got a player at Illinois. She's got this tremendous energy. She did a great job. I mentioned Nia Coffey. Shauna coached her, helped me recruit Abby Scheid from Elk River, and she's got tremendous personality, poise, but she loves the game, passionate. So I thought it was a great hire for Illinois, and I'll keep you posted on that. Yeah.
Coach McKeown, thank you so much for your time.
Yeah, thank you. And if I could, again, Kevin mentioned, but I just want to thank, we have Derek Gregg, who's our new athletic director with us from Northwestern. And he played football at Vanderbilt, not basketball, but I want to thank him for being here today at Basketball Media Day, and the way he supports our family is really important to us. So thank you. Okay.
Thank you, Coach.